Says we have 2 people and 1 thumbs up. Let me see. Let me get the comments. Give me just a minute. Okay. If you're in here, drop it down in the comments and let me know. I'm gonna try this and see. We're looking on the wife's phone. There's IH Farmer 81. Good evening, sir. How are you? Okay, so you can see them there. They're gonna pop up on the screen. 6 people in. I can see and hear you. Oh, there's Will. Evening, sir. Patch of Heaven. Hello. Mr. Matt. Mr. Pittman. How are you, Mr. James? Well, you're close enough, Matt. Close enough. So everybody says they can see and hear us pretty good. Oh, I'm going to be sweating. It says 11 people. Well, there's Mr. Ben. Same old, man. We're finishing up the end of the vacation here. Hello, Mr. Bill, Stinson Farms. All right, you guys have done this before. You know how it goes. I don't really have anything on the agenda. I finally conned the wife into being on YouTube here with me on our last day of vacation. So if you got any questions or want to talk about anything in particular, let me know. She's only going to be on here for a limited amount of time. But keep in mind, bear with me with the, you know how I am with technology. Russ made it in. Evening, Russ. If I miss you, give me time. They are coming up on the screen. The wife's got them here on her phone as well. So I think I've got everybody so far. There's Andy. See what he say. Well, you figured it out. Good thing for you. You said that right on the IT department. Evening, Keith. Mr. Steve, how are you? Thank you very much, sir. It's all because of you guys. We made it to 1,000. And Will said you're purty.
Oh, my.
Don't let the cat get. There's Dylan. Yes, sir, you are. I wanted to hold out till I made it to 1,000. You guys helped me out to get to that, and thought it would be fitting to do it here on vacation. We're trying the best. I'll look at my cross eyes without my glasses on. See, I missed one. Pine Edge Farm. How are you, Mr. Eric? Like I said, just bear with me, guys. It's crazy. Hopefully the signal's going out pretty good. Keith, yes, sir, 1,000. It's all because of you guys. I can't say thank you enough. I never would have dreamed in a million years it would make it that far. Okay, so what's Matt say? So what you been doing while Steve? We have been soaking up the sun, swimming in the pool, and enjoying the ocean. It has been a wonderful week. We were blessed. They called for rain most of the week before we came down. We were worried about that, but it's been an amazing week. Tonight's the last day, and we're going to head out tomorrow, and it's actually started raining tonight, so we got lucky. Let's see, what did Andy say? I could find something better to do on the vacation. Well, yeah, that's why I waited till the last night. You know, I figured I would get that, so exactly. Thank you very much for being here, Andy. All you guys, thank you. Mr. Will, thank you for that. Sounds like it's going out pretty good so far. I was really worried about it. I did the test today on the balcony, and I was outside, so it's raining now, so we had to come inside. I was going to give you guys some decent background other than my ugly mug. I mean, that's why I put my wife on here. She's beautiful, so let's see, who's that? None.
Matt says, how's the local food?
Oh, love it. That is one reason, Mr. Matt, that we come down here a lot. It's just, I love the restaurants here, and it's amazing. Believe it or not, though, I don't eat seafood. I don't like it that fresh. I love seafood at home, but it has to be, I guess everybody says frozen. I'm not big on fresh seafood, another weird factor of me, but we have several restaurants down here that we love, so none. Pretty good. How about yourself? How are you doing? Mr. Tony, hello. Says hi to the missus.
Hey, how are you?
Like I said, you guys know how I am with this, so I'm sweating to beat the band. We should have cut the air conditioning up, but everybody's going to say hello to him. We've got the kiddos in the background, so bear with us. We're in the motel room. Let's see. There's Jeff. Coffee is that the truth? Mrs. looks really excited to be on here.
Not
I
really.
have, since both of you guys are in here, I have a special treat for you on vacation, so just hold tight. There you are. I wouldn't want to leave you two out. I brought it special for you just to make sure that you can see me with a big hat on. It's the new one, so the bill's kind of down, but you know these are going to be on the marketing employee here before long. My wife says she can't believe I brought that. I don't have any neck guard though, by the way. Don't have any neck guard. Neck guard. Just finished working on the race car. That's awesome. See, no neck guard. I didn't. I forgot it. I do have a white motel towel here, but it might strangle me, so I better not. Where's the neckerchief? That says no. The only thing missing is exactly. I should have got a tape of that for sure. Hat looks good. There's Matt. Hello, Nelson. Got to run. I'm still Matt. Thank you very much for stopping in, Matt. I really appreciate that. Stinson Farm said Mr. Bill likes the hat. Where's the neck guard? Well, I knew, I can't have everything. I do have the sleeveless shirt over there. So, the pale pasty white edition sleeveless shirt, sun's out, guns out. I got to take this thing off though. It's hot in here. I'll tell you what you don't do. You don't watch your wife's phone playing the live stream through there so I can see the comments and then not see what I'm doing in the other camera. So bear with me, all you guys. You have to live stream like Andy. Mine'll stay PG. After Saturday night, Mr. Ben Nelson joining us. Terry bring Jack. No, we didn't. I left his butt at home, thank goodness. My wife's been trying to get my dad to get another one. There you go. I might have missed it. Morehead City, Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. I've been coming down here for since I was probably 8 or 9 years old with my grandparents and then with my mom and dad, and it's a good place. We really enjoy it. Wouldn't wear the neck guard in public on vacation either. Mr. Pale and Pasty. I did get some sun on the Pale and Pasty toothpicks though, for sure. I mean, I'll have to debut that next week possibly, but I've kind of left the neck guard and straw hat at home, but I don't ever forget I don't leave home without it. Trust me.
He's not wore that the whole time we've been here.
Yeah, she made fun of me the whole time up through the elevator while I was bringing the hat up here. I told her you guys would have a field day with it. How far are you from the Outer Banks? We're actually, Russ, on the southernmost part of the North Carolina Outer Banks. That's where they begin and then run all the way up the coast into Virginia. So, let's see. Man, you can voice your... I do, but if you guys got me started on some of the stuff that Andy does, I wouldn't have enough time for live streams or videos because I do have my views and I do have my... outlooks on it, but as long as Andy's preaching what he's preaching, I'm going to stand behind him 100% and support him because that is amazing. Let's see, Faraway Farm Nelson, Mr. Will, how are you? Thank you, sir, for coming in. Matt says, what does it say? Nancy and I have a favorite spot on the Pacific Coast. Been going there. That's what it's all about, Matt. We love it here too. I mean, like I said, I brought the wife down when we got married, and we've kind of fallen in love with it, and we're really not wanting to leave tomorrow, actually. Let's see. Mr. Rich is in. Cheers, sir. How are you? You get the ladies off to the bed tonight? He's got a bunch of chickens. Like I said, guys, anything you want to know or ask or whatever else, she's not going to be in here real long. I conjure into it. A lot of people have asked, how long have y'all been married? I'll put it to you this way. We have been... in my heart, over 28 years, basically. We were high school sweethearts and kind of went our separate ways for many years and met back up, and we've been married now for going on 9 years, so been together quite a while. What else? Did I miss one? Right. Thanks. Go back. Okay, there's some more coming in. Awesome, Matt says. Married for 25. Yes, that's amazing, Jackie. Dylan, except for have to leave vacation. Yes, very much so. That has been the topic of discussion all evening. We actually took a cruise around the Intercoastal Waterway on it's an old charter headboat, if you will, but they fixed it up to do cruises, and we've been talking about doing that for several years. We finally did it tonight, and we talked about the whole time about how much we didn't want to leave tomorrow and come back. What Matt say? Nancy and I hit 44 years. Wow. That's amazing, Matt. Amazing. I tell you what, it's wonderful. I wouldn't trade her for the world. She is, she's the rock. She is the rock for sure. I'm only 40. Well, me too, Russ. So that Matt's really showing his stuff there, isn't he? What is Mr. Let's see. Thanks for coming live, Mrs. Nelson. Wasn't fully convinced you existed. Ah.
Mm.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, they may be too long, so I probably shouldn't say anything.
Yeah. I don't know that you guys have been introduced to my little sippy cup, but I'm going to be sipping on it here. This is my water bottle. Everybody picks on me because it looks like a childhood sippy cup, but, you know, it works good while I'm driving the tractor, going down the road. I don't have to worry about unscrewing something because with my OCD, I'd probably spill more water on myself than I'd get down my throat. So you can make fun of that too.
So Gerald said his wife's still camera shy.
Well, believe you me, this took pretty much all week to convince her to do this, and she asked me not how long it was going to last. I said, well, it depends on how many people are in here. So we'll have her for a little while, and then you guys probably won't see her again, but I conned her into this one for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely not my cup of tea.
Let's see, Tractor Talk with Gary. Good evening, Nelson. Who is that with you? Always says my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
I should get her over here. Actually, I have two. One's with me, and one's pretty much married and gone on, but I do have one with me here. I should get her over here as well. Let's see, Truth should come out tonight. Maybe Nelson can leave a bit before we could. Yeah, you guys would learn a lot, that's for sure.
Yes.
She has her own opinion about certain things, for sure that I do.
Yes.
You know, A.K. John Deere, you don't have to talk about her. I must have missed something there about the John Deere. Well, you know, I mentioned that in the shout out video. You guys know I'm not brand specific at all. Pennies on the dollar, whatever it takes, and the cheapest way possible. But I said then, I'll say it again. My childhood dream has always been a 1086, and then the other's a 4020 John Deere. So I hope one day to have both. There's Ed. Call me late, but I'm here. You're not late. You're never late if you're here. Thank you, Ed. Scrap this for. You're later than me. Oh, I know. Mr. Matt did beat Ed. Well, he's probably chasing comments over on his. I missed that one for sure. There's Cole. Hey, man, how are you? Thank you, brother, for being here. I really appreciate that. I tried to get my wife to the cheese making with me filming. Well, I tell you what, you did an amazing job with that, and I'm looking forward to the rest that you've got going on, Mr. Will, with that. Well, keep working on it because this has taken me well over almost 2 years now to Connor to be on camera. Anybody going to Sunbelt Ag Expo? Anybody going to Sunbelt Ag Expo? Let's see, here's somebody new. Not sure who that is. I'm even going to pronounce it. Hi, Nelson. Good to see you in the misery. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. You guys are amazing, really. I don't want to get long-winded on that, but, you know, really this is 1,000. I'm looking down here, not looking at the camera, and I apologize for that. So, but you guys are the reason I've made it this far and still doing what I'm doing. I mean, you enjoyed the journey that I'm going. It's up and down, but I can't say thank you enough for that. So we won't get long-winded on that. I told her she was going to have to read them to me, but you know how my OCD works. Some of them come up here. Let's see. Matt, it happens. Oh, that was okay. Ben and Dylan were going back and forth trying to get a brand war started. I'm just starting to. I hear you. Hey Ryan, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. What did he say? Ed said, well, it's kind of nice to have. As a measure, she's much better. I know, exactly. I figured you guys needed a break, especially with all the Suns Out, Guns Out, sleeveless shirts, pale edition. Let's see, Cole said, see, they go away too quick up there. She does. She's the best. What does it say? This is the best one of your videos. Have us look. I think you need to get her on more ratings. That's what I told her. I said, you know, if I ever make it to 1,000, maybe if I can get you on the channel and actually put you on there, then I wouldn't have to worry about anything. I mean, I could just babble in the background, and you know, she could drive a tractor or something. The reviews would probably go through the roof because she is twice good looking as I am. That's for sure. I didn't say that right. Twice as good looking, like maybe 200 times. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with them. Let's see. Matt says. Okay, Matt's talking to Ed, Mr. Tony, rock and roll. Hey, Nelson, who's a good-looking gal there? She is my better half by far, I will say that. My rock, for sure. And I guess you have a point. What's up, Mitchell? How are you, brother? Thank you for dropping in. I know it's kind of late. Really appreciate that. Hope you're holding down the fort there. You think Nelson would be quiet for a change and let her speak? I was told to keep right along with what I usually do because she did not want to talk. And you guys know that. I'm not going to shut up for anything. I mean, that should be obvious already. Is Terry blind? Russ, don't keep going there. I mean, I've got invisible blinders on her now. Don't let too much out of the bag. Okay, you read some of the comments. They want to hear you talk. So go with Tractor Talk with Gary.
Okay, so it's going to start something more dangerous than tractor brand wars.
Yeah, he's talking about us. Now the subs will double since your wife has made her debut. I hope so. Maybe we'll get her on here more. Maybe
Don't get used to it.
Yeah. Let's see. Cole's talking to Ed. She always married you for the.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If that was the case, Keith, I would be set. But I really don't know what she was thinking, honestly, because I don't have the looks or the money.
You have a big heart.
Well, thank you for that. Hey, Ness, what's up, brother? It is. Thank you very much for dropping in, brother. I apologize. This is all over the place. I'm looking at one screen and not looking at you guys and not talking. I'm sweating to beat the band. I'm doing the best I can, but thank you for being here. Hit the like button. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, I mean, I'm not trying to push too much on the, subscriptions or the likes or whatever. If you guys enjoy it, hit the like button if you would. It does help the channel out. If you don't, I totally understand. Same way with subscriptions. You got to quit shaking the table.
Oh, sorry.
I know, we talked about that before. Dylan says, at least in a live you can talk and I'll have to apologize. This is true. I think I'm going to have to upgrade my GoPro because for some reason here lately when I do intros or outros, I might tape it 20 times and the GoPro gets so hot it'll cut itself off as many times as I tape it. It's crazy. All right, go ahead, read some more. Pennies on the dollar. There you go. Pennies on the dollar. Did I miss Keith? Hang on, bear with me. Oh, yeah, she married me for the pennies on the dollar. I promised her a lot more nickels and dimes, but so far it's just been pennies. Tractor Talk with Gary. Are we talking about the online option? Okay, they're talking. Yep, Jules Tractor. That's right, acre by acre, pennies on the dollar. That's how this operation works. You know that for sure, guys. Let's see. Yeah, it says seems we know the lines. You guys are quick. I can't keep up with any of this. Let's see. As soon as your channel fully takes off, you'll be on easy street. I don't know if that day will ever come. I'll probably spin my wheels here at 1,000, but honestly, Mr. Rich, I never really thought that I would make it to 500. I mean, you guys are just absolutely amazing, really. Will Dorman. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let's go back to. And the poor gal ended up with you and Jack. I know she loves Jack. Jack is something. I mean, let me just clarify that for a minute. Stop in the comments. Jack is a family pet. Has been for years. My dad loves him to death, and I wouldn't trade him for. Well, at least a nickel's worth of $5 bills probably, but he is so aggravating because since the pony and the horse are gone, he doesn't get near as much attention, during the day. So when I'm up there, he's like a dog. He just follows me around. So it's an inside running thing, but he loves to photo bomb my videos for sure. Okay. Dylan, I think we need IP merchandise with the pennies on the dollar. That is true. I have really given those down here, but I think the pennies on the dollar I'm definitely going to give a shot at for sure. I mean, pennies on the dollar with a straw hat and some neck guard, possibly with a YouTube logo on the bottom of it, we would be set for sure.
So this looks like a good idea.
Hang on. I got to go back up. Bear with me. Mr. Will, future farm plans. I've got a test plot of hay left. Had a little bit of issue, miscommunications here or there. Didn't have a whole lot left to mow, but I've left a spot. I'm having a few issues with the rake, getting some parts for it. The parts are available. Let me just sidetrack here just a second. The rake situation is bought it really cheap, pennies on the dollar, of course. Check the parts ahead of time. They're available. They're cheap. I can get everything for it to rebuild it. But with my mine, I failed to see that little symbol beside of it that I assume stands for euro or something, whatever, across the pond. So all that's available across the pond. Did some checking the other day to ship one tooth here was $90. So we've got some issues with the rake. I'm trying to cross-reference some parts, but hopefully test out the hay equipment this season. Probably just mow what I have next year, and then next fall hopefully try to get everything turned under and reseed for some hay. All right, where do we leave off? And folks, I apologize. Yes, that's true. That's true. When I first started, if any of you guys have ever watched some of the very first cringy videos, it used to be, but anyway. Everything I would say, it was, but anyway, but anyway. Now it's, I apologize, and I do apologize for this. Where do we go? Okay, where we are. I'm with you on that, Dylan. Mr. Ben, Gosling, thumbs up to Dylan. Russ, exactly. Get a cow to keep. Oh, don't say. Did you see her smile? She went like over 6 or 8 comments to see that one. IH Farmer, get a cow to keep Jack company.
Well, Will has the same idea, so.
Buy the wife for cows to. Oh Lord, you guys, I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. See, I've been talking this down forever in the other videos, and you get on here, and I see how it is now.
Yeah.
No cows.
Just a couple.
I told her if we just move up there that we would, get as many cows as she wanted, but we're still working on that one too. Let's see, where are we? I have to bail out. Dinner's ready and boss wants to. Thank you, Mr. Matt, for coming in. I really appreciate it. Cole, talking to Gary. Keith, all I can tell you, Nelson, you must have a great relationship with your wife. Us part-time farmers are very trying our lives, so keep that in mind. Keith, that's probably one of the best comments yet. That is so true. We have a pretty good understanding. I try not to push it most of the time. That's why I only give a couple hours in the evening. Saturdays, I work up there most of the time. I could work a lot more and get a lot more finished, but like you said, you leave your wife at home by herself, and that's not good. And you just have to take time away. Just like these vacations, we were just, let's see, we were down here, in March?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So usually we try to come down 3 to 4 times a year, and it's good time away. But you're exactly right. You got to keep that relationship up because it's tough. It is very tough. And you guys that do it full time, I don't see how you keep it all in. I'm learning so much. I'll put it that way. I'm learning so much about how everything works and the struggles and the battles, and home life and relationships is just one of them. Where do we end up? Bear with me, guys. Scroll back down. So we were at Keith. Ron says, hey Nelson. Hello Ron, how are you? Say hello.
Hey.
Got a bunch of video, Gosling, being a big name brand here, so dealing with parts, shoot. Okay, I'll give them a try. I had another one tell me. I think I've, on that note, Ed, I think I can actually get the parts for the PZ Hey Bob 300. And I've actually ordered one of those teeth. The measurements line up exactly right compared to what the Citrix is. So I'm hoping that'll work. They're about the same price, and I can get those, here through, I think, Allstate Ag, I believe. Where did we go? Go back down. Far away. I bought my wife a Jersey Cow. Will. We'll scroll right on past that one.
No, I think that sounds good.
Look, they're on it, yes. Cow, Jack, whatever, Yeah, you're exactly right. And after this, that's what makes this possible for me. I mean, like I said, it's not my livelihood. I have a good job. My wife has a good job. It's kind of like a hobby and a dream for me right now. But she is very understanding. I'll put it that way. Very understanding. Ed says, pretty good understanding. Yes, ma'am. Well, that's all behind the scenes. That's another reason because, the whip comes out at times. I'll just leave it at that. The farm is really looking good. Thank you very much. We really have came a long ways on it. I don't really have a whole lot of major clearing left except for maybe the hillside. Mainly is just trimming, the limbs and stuff, and just trying to figure out which exact direction I'm going to go. This year was a struggle with the bush hog. I lost a lot of good grass that I could have had growing, so we're getting there, little by little. Where are we now? We're all the way down to Mr. Steve here. He's saying hello to Shane. Good deal. I bought my messers. Stay safe. Be safe. Oh, that's a better idea. I like the safe. I like the safe, Mr. Bryce. Yes. Shane. No, I gotta get you a jersey. Oh, shh. H Farmer. Shh. Okay, I need to give somebody a blue wrench so they can take care of all these cow comments for me. Just picking. Mr. Steve, I could have stolen nothing much. That's good. I did say something about that. Laugh out loud. I farm full time when I come home early. The wife wants to know why I'm there. They say sometimes too much of a good thing is not always a good thing, but I do agree. That's probably exactly. I think she doesn't admit it, but I really think that she enjoys her time to herself. She really does. She doesn't have to worry about me as much because I can. You all know I can talk the balls off a pool table, if you will, and aggravate something off something else. But we'll leave it at that. We're keeping this PG. Oh, that girl a cow, Russ says. Will you hush, Russ? Lord. We'll have a cow bought before I get home tomorrow. Oh, I bet Brent's going to chime in on it too, Nelson. Look at you with the brain. Yes, Mr. Brent. I conned her into it finally. She's staying a little bit longer than what I anticipated. A few years ago, Jersey Bull cows. Wouldn't that be nice if they were $20 now? Okay, where are we? 67. There's Dustin. Hey, man, thank you. We're trying it out. It seems to be working pretty good. You're close by on vacation, too. How is it down your way? Mr. Wheel says, I just picked up a couple of bottle caps tonight. It's easy. Yeah, okay, easy. I'm going to have to let her go here in a minute. You guys, if a cow shows up at the farm before long, it's going to be on. Where are we? Let's see. That's outside of the store. Nothing happened. That's good, Mr. Steve. Mr. Ben. Mary Catherine, your thumbs in the way. Comes out sometimes and kicks me out of the cabin. Goodness, Terry. Look, you got everybody on the bandwagon tonight with this effing cow situation. My goodness. Let's see. Dairy calves field. Okay, they're all. Whew, give me. Oh Lord, we got more down there. Goodness. Miss Terry, do you like goats? Talking to you.
No, I don't care anything about goats.
She wants a cow. A cow.
Cows and horses.
My sister actually had. She lived on the farm, years ago, and she actually had two Jersey male cows, and she bottle fed them from an early age, and they were huge pets. They lasted a long time. What's next? Okay, you seen that? Left side 167, nice and cool at the moment. Good. Thank you, Dustin. I think I started. Oh my gosh. You would be the one that would start that GoFundMe. That's exactly right. I knew Brent was coming back about the Hereford. Yep, there it is. That girl needs Herefords, Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then what am I going to do with that? Went and bought all this hay equipment now. Y'all want me to put cows on it? They're going to eat up all my profits. Brent, yes. Yeah, they're Herefords for sure. Here's your P.O. box. No, it does not. It does not accept animals, thank goodness. That would be the next thing.
Oh, gosh.
Now, I would take some in. When the cows come, then you need little piggies to go. Oh, Lord, Cole. You're on the bandwagon, too. I need to give somebody a blue wrench here for sure. Mr. Ben, you can get wild horses. Actually, Ben, we saw some this afternoon on that, telling the cruise. What's the name of that?
Crystal Lady Cruise, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. It was, they have wild horses on the islands here, of course, and we got to see saw 2 or 3 right off the bat, and then we went around the corner and there was 6 or 8 more. That's pretty wild to know they're out there on their own. Where are we? Let's see. I can send you some horses on haul. But no, you won't, Keith. You keep that nice truck you have there with you. You need to haul hay with that, not horses down this way. I mean cows down this way.
No, he didn't say cows. He said horses.
No, we don't need horses either. We've had those. My daughter loves horses too, though. Okay. P.O. box does not hold animals. They will hold the cow in the back of the post. I believe that. Especially my post office.
Yeah.
Nelson, head north. I can mark her up with a pony too. You guys are on a roll tonight with this. I know now not to put her on the live stream anymore. No animals at the farm. For now, anyway. chance he's not there. I know, right? Good Lord. I wouldn't be surprised. I do actually have a guy that works with me or works with my brother-in-law that buys and sells. He's a cattleman, if you will. I guess you would call it that. And it's a running inside joke for him. He's known my wife through her job, and every time he comes by, you ready for a calf? You ready for a calf? And I believe, honestly, that if she said yes, that he would bring it up there and drop it off, and then there I would be.
Yeah.
So no, no cows for now. Let's see, chickens, eggs. Honestly, I have thought about the chickens. Talked to Mr. Rich about that for the eggs, but the problem that I have is the farm is kind of like a sanctuary for the area that I am. All the wild animals come there. All the coyotes, wild dogs, you name it, raccoons, possums, anything and everything, fox like crazy. And I mean, I could build I guess predator-proof chicken coop, if you will. But you guys know I can't even get finished what I'm doing right now. It's like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back with just getting, the farm reclaimed. But I have thought about that eventually down the road. Where are we? Dinner back down. If you can break the horses, wow, is the way to. Yes, true. That's true. Dinner bell just rang. I'm having pork taste somewhere. Sounds like a plan, Mr. Bryce. Thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate that. Trucker buddy that hauls work on the farm. We can stick a cow pig. Oh my gosh, Cole, you are just feeding the fire, aren't you? Let's see. That's weird how this. I'm sorry. We need to put it. Can we put it? Can we put it there?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying. It's weird. Her camera. I guess that's what you guys are seeing, and then my phone. I don't know. I need my glasses on to read that far off, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
You read it. Let's see. Tractor Talk with Gary's talking about that. You already have a pen for Jack. You already have the hay for
No.
Mr. Rich, there's the problem. There's the problem with the cow situation. It would be 1 cow, then 2 cows, then 3 cows, and when it comes time to go to freezer camp, no. So they would just keep multiplying and multiplying. I keep feeding them, and they would eat up all of my profits.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I know animals right now. Enjoy supper, Bryce. Got to go eat, take a shower. Thank you, Keith. Really appreciate that, bro. Thank you for coming in. Chickens would eat the yellow jacket. Now that is honestly, I have done a little bit of research on that, and I could probably whip up a pretty good chicken coop right over yellow jacket's nest in a heartbeat. So that's something I've kept in the back of my mind, Mr. Rich, for sure. I'm still here, Steve. I just can't talk about. Well, enjoy your dinner, Bryce, for sure. Let's see, Gossip. Send me some talks. We have plenty of go for sure. I'm telling you, Ed, honestly, I mean, like I said, it's like a wildlife refuge there, just because the area I am is so rich. He needs honeybees. No, I don't. I don't need anything, Russ, that has to do with bees. Honeybees, yellow jackets, wasps. I don't need any of them. If any of you guys are short supply on that, just let me know. I can promise you that I can find somebody to put them in a box and mail them to you. But I do have honeybees, actually. That one in that big cedar tree, I've had a couple guys come and try to, coax the queen out with another box or whatever. But I think this is the 3rd year they've been there. That's got to be a huge nest in that cedar tree. But, they don't bother me and I don't bother them. So, not like yellow jackets, demon creatures. I will send you a dozen eggs when I send the Jersey. Or they're on the calf situation, are they? You have started something here.
Yeah.
Well, IH Farmer just... the eggs would be great, but due to the fact that you're going to send those with the Jersey calf, I'll just have to take a rain check on that. Let's see. Okay, so I'll send him the house. Good Lord, it's bees and cows tonight. I knew it was going to be the bees. Got the donkey to protect the geese. My in-laws kept the donkey to protect. Yes, they are very good protectors. We actually have there's an older gentleman that has a farm here close by that has a lot full of calves and cows and stuff, and he keeps two donkeys in there for that reason. What is it? I'll send them your way. Got 2 families there. I think he's talking to, Ed. Dylan says if Nelson hits 11 subscribers by the end of September, he will ride Jack. You know what? I'll put that as a safe bet. If I can get to 1100 by the end of September, I will throw a saddle on Jack. I'll probably break his back, but we'll throw a saddle on Jack. Yep.
Oh my.
It says profits. Well, I mean, it's wishful thinking, pennies on the dollar, like I said. So it'll probably be half pennies on the dollar for profits. At least it's a little better than whole pennies, I guess. But yeah, they're going to be on the bandwagon. So you guys remember that. So Dylan said, if I hit 1,100 subscribers by the end of September, which is a little over a month and a couple of days, he will ride Jack in an upcoming video. I sure will. You guys get me to 1,100 subs by the end of September, and I will put a saddle on Jack. That I can promise you, and we'll get a video of it. Read something to me, honey, right quick. Start with James. Cole's talking to Gary, I think, about an auction, I believe. You should know that talking about cows puts us smile. It does. It does. Every time it does. I know. I mean, I'm not above it, but, if I could stop her at one, to feed for the rest of its life, that's fine. But, one's going to turn into two, and two's going to turn into three. And then, it's going to be out of this world from there. Oh, my gosh. Are we that far behind on comments?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm going to roll through these, guys. Just bear with me. I'm doing the best I can. I get long-winded, I guess. Okay, where are we? Cole's thumbs up. Enjoyed. Nice meeting you. Thank you, Russ. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. Tell him thank you. To Russ. See? Nice meeting you, Mrs. Terry. Tell him thank you. Cat's got her tongue.
It's nice to meet you too.
Yeah, put it for sale on Facebook right away. So, okay. Night, Russ. I had a couple guys at work cleaning out a shed yesterday, so we can tear it down. There was a roll of old mulch material on top shelf. Yellow Jacket's nest in it. Guess it. Oh, you didn't get any, did you? Oh my goodness, that's the worst kind. Actually, I've had them building coolers before around the barn. It's awful. It's awful. I hope you didn't get stung. There's South Texas, Texas, Calais. Evening, sir. How are you? Yes, we are. Yes, we are very much. There's Mr. D. How are you, Mr. D? You did make it. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it very much. We're going to hold you to it. Oh, I guarantee you will. I know you guys will, especially you and Mr. Ben, that's for sure. But I'll do it. If you guys can get me to 1,100 by the end of September, we will do it. I got a saddle that'll fit right on him. Well, it used to. He's a little larger than he was. Yes. Well, at least I've made an impression on you guys with the Yellow Jackets and the bees for sure. But that is ironic, not to get sidetracked again, but I can deal with the paper wasp a lot more than I can the Yellow Jackets. Okay, Mr. D's talking to them. You're a popular guy tonight. Well, thank you guys for that, and thank you for being here. Like I said, I really appreciate that. It means the world to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking at one screen, and it's 2 or 3 seconds behind. I'm not looking at you guys, and not letting her talk. I'm babbling, but we're doing the best we can with it. I wanted to debut this at, like I said, 1,000 subs and be in the finished farm office, but you guys know how far behind I stay, so I didn't really think I would hit 1,000 as soon as I did. So, excuse me. Yes, if you're talking about me, Ed, it has. You're probably talking about your channel as well. I don't know. We're about to figure out a different scenario with this. She's doing a great job, but okay, going up. Is that all of them? Okay. Doug Miller, thank you, sir. I don't know that I've spoke with you. If I have and didn't remember, I apologize, but thank you very much for being here. Dylan said, "What setup are you using for your live stream?" I normally use a webcam on my laptop or stream directly off my phone. That's it. I've got my phone filming, I guess, the live itself, and then we've got her phone, just on my page. That's what I was told to do today, and looking at the comments. So it's a little delayed because I can see myself on her phone like you guys are seeing, but then I can see it on the screen up there. So just generic phones right now. That's so weird. I just waved and saw it in yours. Let's see, where are we now? Son. Cole's worth it. He's in good shape. Some paper. Okay. I meant to ask, did Andy and Jeff leave out? I scared them off when I brought that new hat out, didn't I? Andy said he had golf tonight, so Doug Miller, keep up the good work. Some of us were killed over. Thank you for that. I'm very blessed on that. Me and the wife were talking yesterday about the legacy, how far back and how many years it goes back that's been in the family. And, you know, I'm a little aggravated I let it sit for as long as I did, but sometimes you just have to grow up and, you know, realize what's important in life. And she has a lot to do with where I am today, honestly. Found the Lord and found her again after all the years, and you know what I've been doing from this point forward has been amazing. So, and not to count out you guys, I mean the support factor that I get and just the crazy stuff that I'm doing. I mean, I'm working on going on 3 years of this, and I haven't really broke that much ground on anything to plant stuff, and I've gone from one extreme to the other. But you know, I've said it before, pennies on the dollar, and doing it part time, it's tough, and I'm learning. I mean, I don't know anything about the farming aspect, but it's my dream, so we're going to keep after it. All right, where are we? Yeah, that's how we try to do it, computer and company phone. I had no idea, Ed. I mean, I really didn't. I could have done this at home before the webcam, but, you know, I just happened to think about it, and I said, we're going to try it at the beach. So far, so good. It seems, it hasn't buffered on my end, but I don't know if I can see that, being as how I'm taping it now. It's buffered a couple times on her phone, so I'm not sure how it's come through with you guys, but it's working pretty good. Thank you, Mr. Brandt, for that. Really appreciate that. Yes, Scott, cousin Scott. That's one. Thank you for coming in, cousin Scott. You are the reason that I'm at 1,000 to start off with. A lot of the guys that you brought over from your channel in the very beginning when you did that shout out for me in the combine have been with me ever since, and it's grown from there. So thank you for that, cousin Scott. Say Doug Miller, my grandfather died, my mom and aunt sold the farm and everything. That's I'm not going to say that hasn't been talked about and considered in the past with my family, and for whatever reason, one or the other person has held out, and we just figured that the Lord had a plan, and I think I'm living that plan right now. Honestly, it's a dream, and the lasting family members love what I'm doing, keeping the legacy alive and going on. So I'm very blessed in that sense. You need to read some. Read Coles. What does he say? Is he talking? Uh-oh. There we go. I don't even think they're coming up there anymore.
They're not.
Bear with me, guys. Hey, cousin Scott's talking to him, and I've got to run and get a couple things done before I get on. So it's worth it. Scott, oh shucks. He says, oh shucks. It's the truth, cousin Scott. You know it. Definitely good reception here. I've got to go full day tomorrow. Thank you very much, Mr. Bryce. Try to do it a little bit later for some of the guys. I know from here on out, you guys are, a couple hours behind me, so I'll try to wait till a lot of people got finished doing what they're doing. But thank you for coming in. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Doug Miller, very blessed. Love watching the channel. Thank you very much, Doug. Have we spoken in the comments on some of the videos? I'm not sure. I mean, I try to answer every one, but for some reason that name's not coming up. We might have spoken a couple of times, but don't hesitate ever dropping anything down. But I do really appreciate your support. Who's the pretty lady? That's my better half, my other half, my rock, my support system, cousin Scott. She's kind of pretty, isn't she? She's really pretty. I'm going to get an earful of chin music when we get off this live stream, probably. Hey, Bipster, how are you, man? Good to see you. You're really rocking out on your channel, man. We were just talking about that today with me and the wife, how close neck and neck we were for a long time, and you just sailed off with the tractor pull stuff, and you do some amazing video work, man. Keep it up. Thank you for coming in here, by the way. Tractor Talk with Gary. Thank you, Mr. Gary, for being in here. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate all the support. Let's see. Good night, Cole. Thank you very much for coming by, man. Hope it goes well tomorrow. No, I don't comment much. I usually watch on too. I understand that. I totally. Well, thank you for coming in on live. I'm going to try to do them best I can. Here or there. I just thought I would do this one. It seems to be going pretty good. We're getting ready to wind it down. We've got about 10 or 15 more minutes, maybe. If I don't get too long-winded. What did cousin Scott say before warming up here? Yeah. She's got a full-time job keeping up with me, I don't know how I landed her actually, but I am so blessed to be honest with you on that fact too. Mr. Dylan says, on my way out to work on a new video. Didn't want to miss out on the first. Thank you very much, Dylan. I really appreciate that. I owe you a whole lot for where I am today too. Means a lot coming from you. Thank you for everything you do. I really appreciate that. The shorts you're doing. They are. They are. You've got that figured out on the shorts, man, for sure. I've been reading up on that and doing a whole lot of it, and how the whole, I'm not even gonna try to say that word, but you've got it figured out. Keep up the great work. You do some great film work for sure. Is Ed rolling out too? No, he's telling. Okay. Dylan James, have to leave you. Thank you very much, Mr. James. I really appreciate that. Thank you for dropping in. Good to see you. David Miller, Trinity, Derek sent me a great show. They did a shout out for me as well. Thank you for coming over. I really enjoy Alan and gosh, I can't ever. Jennifer? Yeah, he calls her Jen. I think it's Jennifer, but Jen. I love their channel. I've been watching them for several years, way back when they were small, and then long before I ever started my channel, and then hit it off with Alan pretty good, and he's done a shout out or two for me, I think, on his channel. I think there's a lot of you guys come over from there. I really appreciate that. Okay, well, we're going. Is there anything else you guys want to know or talk about besides cows or bees? No, just picking. I think it says we're at 48 minutes, so she said she didn't want to stay in here that long, but I'll give it another 10 or 12 minutes if you guys got something you want to talk about. Let's see, O'Neill, there he is. O'Neill Farm just got in from cutting hay and sending it out. Hay didn't get the first cue. Thank you very much, sir. Glad you got some hay cut. Just did a test run this afternoon, so no big deal. We tried it tonight. It seems to be going pretty good. Everything works out so far. Everybody says the reception is pretty good, but thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate the support on the channel. Thank you very much. Look at Ed. I knew he was going to do it. Had to be something about cows and bees. Where does he come up? I don't know where you come up with these emojis sometimes. I mean, that's a perfect. Excuse me. Supervisor of a water and sewer department in my local municipality. I worked hard to get where I am. So I pull joysticks all day and bark orders, as most of them call me. But no, it's really good. I enjoy it. I got a good group of guys to work with. Have a really good work schedule. I'm off early in the afternoons, 5 days a week. So that's the bread and butter for right now, for sure. I'd love to farm full time, but I don't see how. We can, if you want to carry it on for another hour or so, we can. Just let her go so we don't talk about cows in front of her. Nelson's babysitting service. Pretty much. You hit the nail on the head with that. Yes. You did. She gets an earful every day. My wife and I are sitting looking at your live. Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you. I tell you what, I couldn't do what I do today without her. She puts up with it. She listens to it. I can come home with a bad afternoon. You should have. I think she had enough of a feel the day I came home and the service truck caught on fire. I mean, I was all to pieces, and that's all I've talked about. She's picked with me a time or two, sending me, something on fire or whatever else. But she's really been there when I needed her, always, and that's why I can continue to do what I'm doing. Farming, Mr. D says, no kidding, my son has a statewide. Yes, sir, that is Mr. D. That's true. I've got 3 state certifications in water and 3 state certifications in wastewater as well.
Hope he's at the beach.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Now the fire ants are a different story, but I can handle those. We did get into those out on the beach, and 4 people sitting out there, and who do you think the insect got on the first time? Me, of all people. But then I started a frenzy, so needless to say, we didn't have to sit on the beach that long that day. Okay. Thank you again for that. What is your name, by the way, South Texas Cattle and Hay? If you don't mind, if you're still here. You may not want to say. If you don't, I totally understand. Well, you guys have gotten quiet on me. A lot of you have left. We're at 52 minutes, so we've got about 6 or 8 more minutes. Let's see. You guys say you can lick your fingers because we're going to leave that one alone, Ed. Louise and okay. Thank you very much for that. So you don't mind if I reference you by your name? Some people are kind of strange about that. I was in the very beginning for sure myself, but it kind of got out there, and I just rolled on with it from there. See, you have to have a wife support you in farming, or else you won't be. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. I wish so much that things could be. And I'm sure all you guys know it more than I do. That things could be like they were, 30 or 40 years ago in farming, to where a man could make a honest living with that. She could stay at home, and I would just be in heaven all day long. But it's not that way anymore, and it's almost like if you're not born into it, or some kind of family legacy on it to kind of help you get your foot in the door, especially in the last couple of years. I just don't see how it's possible. I mean, I'm not the best when it comes to money and finances and figuring stuff out, but I'm learning. But I'm learning real quick also how expensive things are and how crazy it's gotten. And I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing that probably steered me away from the row crops. With the amount of work I had left to do on the equipment I had, and then the inputs and stuff, maybe I make some pennies off of the grass I've got there, enough to reseed it and do that for a little while. It's putting some stuff in the barn, and maybe some profit on the table, maybe a little bit anyway. All right, where do we go? Oh, there's okay, guys. Yeah, it sure does. It sure does, Ed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. That's true. It's I still am to this day, but I was very bashful on the whole YouTube thing in the very beginning, and I think worried way too much now. I just kind of let it go. I mean, you guys have seen the pale pasty legs and arms, so that's I can't really say too much more than that about letting it out. Payday is on Friday. That's true. I think I know what you're talking about, Mr. Brant, but that's true. Less than 37 years in law enforcement. Oh my, 37 years in law. Well, thank you for your service. And I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Wow. I had no idea. So have you retired from that then and doing this, or have you always done this on the side and you're in it full time now, or what there, Luis? Real dormant. Okay, here's the plan. Cows poop, free fertilizer, economics at work. I know he's right. But see, that brings up the thing. Then we have more cows that she will not let me get rid of. That's free fertilizer. But then all the fertilizers are going to go into providing. It says we got 16 people in. It's at 55 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. If there's anything else real quick that you want to know, let me know. I'll try to answer in that 5 minutes. That's kind of pushing it. But if not, I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done for the channel. Thank you for me, for supporting us. Thank you tonight for this live stream. I had no idea. I was worried to death there wasn't going to be but a couple people in, but you guys have rocked it out tonight. Thank you for the kind words with my rock here. She's amazing. I really appreciate it. We'll try to do it again. I'll get out in a minute. See, that would be one of those clips where I redid with the GoPro. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you enjoyed it, we'll try to do it again. If not, I doubt I can con her into another one, so you'll probably be stuck with me, but maybe we can do it at the farm or something. So, let's see. One more here. We said we farm a little over 1,000 acres. We lease out the farm in younger days. Wife had a board. Oh, wow. Embroidery and screen printing business. That's amazing. Good to see them. I can't talk at all, can I? See the message. Congratulations on 1K. That's really, thank you all, guys. I really appreciate it. Can't say thank you enough. And I guess I'm going to close this one out. So, great. Thank y'all. Till next time. Oh my God, I got sweat places I shouldn't have.